Hello everyone again. Let's go through some difficult addition problems in algebra. The basic ones did explain additions and subtractions, but here we are going to a bit one notch up. So let's get going. So here is an expression that I captured. That's 6x squared plus 10xy minus 5x plus 9x squared plus xy. What you do in this situation, I know it maybe feels a bit daunting, but you gather the like terms. So the like terms and addition and subtractions are the powers. Remember that because in the division and multiplication, this doesn't matter. But in this case, the coefficient doesn't matter. The coefficients are the one like the 6 is a coefficient, 10 is a coefficient. But the square, the x square is what I refer to is the power. You can call it a square or a cube or it keeps going. But the power is even if you have it raised to the power 5, you can still have that power. So you gather them together. That makes the problem a lot easier. So it's the same term, but if you look at it here, I brought the 9x square closer to the 6x square, keeping the same signage. Remember to keep the same signages. And the 10xy was brought closer to the xy, and then it's simple arithmetic. All you do is add the coefficient, and you have your answer. Don't worry about the minus 5y because it doesn't have a like term. It will stay the way it is. So now let's have three terms. So it doesn't matter. You can have three terms, you can have five terms, you can have two terms, or you can have one like the one we just did. Three terms here, the one separated by comma here, and here is an and. Obviously, first one is with a comma, the third, the last one should be with an and, right? So these are three different terms, and we're using horizontal method, and there is also a column method, which we are going to explain at the end once we go through this horizontal method. So what you do in horizontal method is you replace, because we are doing addition, so the comma is replaced by a plus sign right here, this one, right? And then the and is also replaced by a plus sign, which is right here. Simple up to here. All you have to do is now open the brackets. We introduced the parenthesis when we were putting in the introducing the plus sign. Now we will open the bracket because this will help you later when you do put the brackets, especially if we're doing subtractions. So in this case, it's straightforward, nothing changes because it's a plus sign and you open the bracket, it doesn't affect the signs on the inside. But in subtractions, remember this point because it will be very, very useful in subtraction because that will change the sign. But don't worry about it at the moment. All we have to do is open the brackets. And again, like the way we did in the first expression, over here you will gather like terms. So here I gathered the like terms. It's the same expression. I just brought the like terms together and put parentheses around it. So if you go back to the same one, you will see 6xy and xy evident right there. 6xy and you look for xy is right there. So this is what I did. I brought the 6xy and the xy together and put the parenthesis around it. The same way with the other ones. So remember to keep your signages. And it's an addition, so I put a plus over here. With the same terms, minus 5x squared, minus 6x squared, Obviously, y is the same, so brought them together. The same is 6x and minus 5x. So if you look at this is the minus, and so after that is simple arithmetics. But remember, the plus and the minus signs get subtracted even though you are doing additions. So it's simply you just have 7xy minus 11x squared minus 9y. Remember, see, this is minus 10y and a plus y. So even though we are doing addition, but this cannot be added because you owe 10 and you have 1 or you paid 1, so you still owe 9. That's why you keep the 9 sign, the sign of negative. Or the method we applied last time is simply the bigger number signs will be retained. So the bigger number here is 10, and if there's nothing, it's a 1, so obviously this sign will be retained, right? And it keep going, minus minus is easier, it gets added up. That's why there's no confusion here. Again, a plus and plus gets added up, no confusion. But all you have to do is bring in the similar terms and remember when to do addition and when to do subtractions by rules, not by what you are told. Even if you're told to do addition, the different signages do get subtracted. All right. So let's go to the column method. The same terms, I brought it back, I wrote it again, all three terms separated by comma and an and. All you have to do is now write them underneath each other in different lines. There you go. That's what I did. Nothing fancy, nothing special. I just took them and put them underneath each other. Okay. But if you look at it now, the like terms are not underneath each other. So we are going to have to, next step is step 2. We're going to have to bring this like terms underneath each other. So x square and x squared, they are like term, but x, this is not like term with these two. There is an xy like terms, but y is not a like term. So let's swap them around and see if we can manage to make them in like terms. So what I do is I introduced a zero like term there. So, or you can leave them blank. Here I have introduced a 0x to the power 5. Whatever sign you use, a minus or a plus, doesn't matter. A minus was easier for me. I just typed a minus. I could very well type a plus because a 0 is a 0. It doesn't affect anything. So is the signage then. So the sign will not affect even if you have a plus 0 x to the power 5 or a minus. In the same case over here, the colors that I use, they are different, right? And all the other like terms are brought underneath each other. If you look at it, I highlighted the YZ and the ZY or the YZ and the ZY uh, because it's pretty much this. It is the same. Not pretty much. It's 100% the same. The same way is like 2 times 3 or 3 times 2 because zy is the multiplication and the yz is also the multiplication. But since we don't know the value, so we just write yz or zy, but they are just swapped. So it doesn't affect anything. And from here onward, simple arithmetics, except the signages. You have to remember the signages, right? So here you go. You draw the line underneath and you start the math. So here, see, remember, it's minus 10y and a plus y, but they do get subtracted even though we're doing additions. So again, it's the same. Any questions, just write them in the comments and I will try to address them and see if we can go to the next step next. So this video is getting longer, so subtraction will be dealt with in my next video. For now, have a good one. Take good care. Bye bye.